Here we have some decimals, no problem. This calculator will do all that for us. Now, for this though, I'm going to use principle of equality here first. But we're going to take the whole term with us, meaning I'm going to take this negative x over 1.9, and that's the value that I'm trying to drop here. If I can just drop it by itself, I'm going to be in good shape, meaning that this 4.1, I don't want it. And so I'm going to get rid of it by making it a 0. I'm going to subtract it from itself. So 4.1 minus 4.1 is 0, but I know if I do it to one side, I must do it to the other side as well. So 4.8 minus 4.1 is 0.7. Some students don't show the 0 there. Just be careful if you do, because sometimes students won't show the 0, and then they'll do a decimal that looks kind of like this. And I can't tell if this is like a mark on a paper, or if it actually is a decimal. So I recommend putting the zeros there, but you don't have to necessarily. So going back a few problems, we saw an x divided by something. This one is just negative though. And so we're going to apply the same principle, but we have to keep that negative in mind. So I need to remember, I need to multiply here to make this a 1x. But again, the question is, what am I going to multiply? Now when I say positive, I'm talking about the coefficient of x. I need to make it a positive one, not negative. I don't want this negative here. So I'm going to multiply this by not just 1.9, but negative 1.9. And if I do that to one side, I must do it to the other side as well. So that becomes a phantom, well, it becomes a 1. And then on the right side, I still, on my calculator, I've got to do 0.7 times negative 1.9, and I get negative 1.33. Okay, well, is that the solution? Because this should be complete now that the coefficient of x is 1 and there's nothing added or subtracted to it. Will that work? Let's go back up to the top and replace the x with negative 1.33. Now, like I said, I'm putting in a fraction to my calculator, so I'm going to actually use parentheses around the whole thing. I'm typing 4.1 minus parentheses negative 1.33 over, so that's the divide button, 1.9, close parentheses. Now again, before I push enter, I'm expecting to see 4.8. I push enter, I see 4.8. I feel good about myself. I box this in and call it the solution, because it made the original equation true. But you have to check in the original equation. All right, so in fact, I probably should have done this. I put the question mark over the equal sign just to make sure that I'm checking to see if it's true.